Welcome to 2007. There's a 3-year-old girl who mysteriously disappeared, just 100 meters from her mother. The police spent a lot of time searching, but I couldn't find the girl. The case has attracted wide attention of the media and public opinion. When people are curious about where the little girl went, the case took a turn after just 3 days. Next, I will tell you the details of the case. It happened in the town of Bijanapat. It is located in the south of Penang Island, Malaysia. This is a town, coastal area of Penang Island Town Hall, now Nepal Tres. It's known for its commercial industrial zone, main freedom in Nerang. It's called the Silicon Valley of the East. Residential area now Nutres. It's in the northeast of what is now Nepal, adjacent to the free trade industrial zone, now Nepal Tres area above. It's in a period of rapid development and more young people choose to live here. The alleyway streets are filled with fresh life. But on a beautiful afternoon, an incredible event is quietly happening. The 7th of June 2007, it was a Friday afternoon on the outskirts of present-day Nepal. There was a panicked woman who rushed into the police station. She expressed this morning that my 8-year-old daughter was missing. I've been looking everywhere, but I can't find her. I urged the police to assist in the search as quickly as possible. The woman came to report the incident. It's called Chron, 28 years old, working as a salesman at a local company. She said 8:30 this morning. I'm driving my 3-year-old daughter to the parking lot near a mosque. Then we went to a nearby breakfast bar. After dinner, I took my daughter back to the parking lot. There was work to be done that day, so I can't take you with me. I'm going to drive to my mother's house to ask you to take care of her. One day I told my daughter to sit by the car and can't go anywhere while I pay my parking fee 100 meters away. A little girl named Huang On, 8 years old, wearing cartoon pajamas, has short shoulder-length hair that looks cute. The girl stays in place without even asking me to follow my mother. 10 minutes after I paid the parking fee and came back, I was surprised to find that the girl had disappeared. I hurriedly searched around the parking lot, but I can't see her anywhere. I was so upset that I called my mother right away. After listening to the call, my mother rushed to the parking lot, and we looked around for 3 hours, but there's no result. Finally, I decided to go to the police station to report the incident. After receiving the news, several police officers immediately arrived at the scene. They asked on the parking attendant and neighboring business households, but no way I saw the girl fit the description. The police have determined that she didn't get lost, she was kidnapped. The next day, the 7th of July 2007, as soon as it was reported in the press, then the disappearance has attracted people's deep interest. Some people are spontaneous, also down the road search assistance. I hope to find her quickly. After the Malaysian Chinese Women's Association incident, female MCA has expressed concern about the incident. President of the Women's Association has mobilized women's groups in 13 areas of the Langar, along with nearly 1,000 state delegates, to launch a large-scale search campaign. They hold flyers with pictures of Huang On girl walking around the streets, alley to search about a child. You can be kidnapped in 10 minutes, out of the mother's sight. It reflects the current state of social security. It's on alert. Mrs. President, we call on all parents and relatives, take me to public places, must be vigilant, hold my hand tight, make sure your child doesn't get out of sight. Baby's grandfather Huang On, his name is Trin Dao Min, 53 years old, said, my niece has personality hentai 8 fun, but never actively interact with strangers. She's just a naive and simple child. Poor thing. He said his niece must have been kidnapped. Before the media, he also expressed his opinion to the kidnappers that, please contact my family ASAP, and we can meet all requirements. Just don't hurt my innocent niece. The baby's biological father, Huang On, after learning, immediately departed from China and returned to Malaysia. The little girl's mother was upset. My daughter is in bad health, with secretion dysfunction due to poor secretion. She has to take her medicine twice a day. If you don't take your medicine for a long time, the body can have serious problems. It's been 48 hours since she went missing. After 2 days, the citywide search is still no progress. Family girl, I haven't received any either. What calls from the kidnappers makes them extremely insecure. Some people have told the police that they heard the cry of a little girl in the commercial street area now the Bado Truss. They suspected she might be hiding there, So the police immediately dispatched 20 police officers with dogs to search the area and search for. Her mother also brought some of her belongings. With hope, the dog can sniff out the girl's whereabouts. However, the search is still very difficult. When investigating further, the police have discovered an unexpected truth, and the incident also rotated 180 degrees. According to the investigation, her parents married in 2001 and separated in 2006. They are currently in the process of finalizing their divorce. After separation, her mother moved in with you. The new boy is called King. At the same time, bring your daughter, living together as a family of 3. However, you two neglect, not taking care of you properly. The baby's illness is getting worse. About this issue, my father has expressed his displeasure many times, because ever since my niece was born, she always lives with her grandparents. But after she moved to live with her boyfriend, you want to take care of yourself until it happens. My dad only saw her twice, and the last time was 2 weeks before it happened. By the new boyfriend of the program who then 7 karma and at home, so she gave her daughter to him to take care of, help when you go to work. Since Ra was alone, BBW, you've only been assigned to your grandparents twice. On the day of the incident, the text says, I'm going to send you to my mother's care for a day. According to a neighbor, fat British BA years old, not adapting to the new environment. After moving house, she did not dare to sleep alone, and often fussing at night. In addition to physical weakness, she often goes to the bathroom indiscriminately. It made the king's stepfather feel very uncomfortable. She made a serious impact to the private world of Jung Hoon and King after they moved in together. After a long time, the king was very upset about that. To the 7th of August 2007, the police summoned Jung Hoon and boyfriend Wang went to the police station to investigate. During the interrogation, money always avoids the problem without directly answering the relevant questions. The disappearance of my daughter. At the same time, keep quiet without giving out any information. It may help the investigation. The police officer said on the day of the incident, I have to pay the parking fee. So she left her daughter alone. However, the parking attendant said, Jung Hyo-in's car not be parked in a reserved area for registered vehicles. It's only temporary, so there's no need to pay. In addition, the racing staff also confirmed, I didn't see the Bible with children on that day. When asked to present a parking bill, the text cannot be given. She explained that, maybe accidentally, lost the bill in the search for her daughter. Virgin Hugh Literature answered the police's questions smoothly, and he's very calm. Even messing around with the police in an incomprehensible way, she doesn't seem to have much. Worried about my daughter's disappearance, not like a normal mother. That made the police suspicious. The story of her daughter getting lost in the parking lot, you made it up yourself. The book initially denied the doubt. After 4 hours of continuous questioning, her defensive mentality has completely collapsed, and she finally confessed the truth. Then out, her daughter was murdered by her boyfriend. In the evening, the 7th of May 2007, after work, the writing process, I found my daughter drowned in the bathtub. She immediately asked her boyfriend what had happened. King only salary tell, your mood is not good, so I dipped her in the bathtub to relieve the frustration that's built up all this time. After removing all the taps, I leave it alone. She soaks in the bath and comes out. After a while, I went back to the bathroom. Then I realized she was out of breath. Recognized the danger. I rushed to first aid, but to no avail. The weak girl died on the spot. That night, King Jixiang is also suspected of using my two. When you know love, the writing process, even though I feel so sad, before the death of my daughter. But the fait accompli, she had to accept the harsh truth, because even girls can't be resurrected. To avoid work, your boyfriend is responsible for the crime. At his instigation, the pair of zoos together brutally dismembered their daughter. Then they drive to a nearby gas station to buy gas, and split it into several bottles of mineral water, to be used in the process of burning the body. Buy gasoline, both take the exam. The poor boy's body went to the cemetery, in Paidai area, cotton capital, and spent in a bush. Next they threw her bones into the river, and trash cans on the side of the road. After everything is done, they go home, and think about how to fight the disappearance of our daughter. The next day, the 7th of June 2007. The writing process. Drive to the front yard, and make up the story of our missing daughter here. After getting the testimony, police immediately arrested Jung Hoon and Wang Zhijin. Police arrived at the scene of the arson and fled, Tang mentioned in testimony, and conducted the search for over 3 hours. At the end of the Pazatarukan Ridge, police found at least 5 empty bottles of mineral water. In the cemetery, in an area of overgrown grass, police detect BA sign burns and some unburned bones. Next to a stretch of water near the mall, they found 4 more human bones. DNA test results confirm all these relics belong to Huang Onon girl. In addition, the gas station monitoring video also shows after we both went to the gas station that evening, their car broke down and the gas station worker helped them push the car aside. After many attempts to start the engine in the car, the salary finally succeeded. Then he got out of the car and bought gas and drove off. From the beginning to the end, I didn't get out of the car. However, the exam is supervised. It's clearly recorded. The appearance of 2 men buried in conscience. The 7th of September 2007, days after the case, the police officially arrested Wang and Jung. Terms of service. The case has taken a spectacular turn, from a disappearance to a murder that many people can't compare. Hundreds of curious people. Let's see the couple's real faces. Murder. In the face of the indignation of her uncle, On is the king of Vinheap. King Jitsi just shut up without daring to reveal his teeth. However, when answering media questions, he proved he didn't shy away. He's even comfortable for launch. Take pictures and speak in Portuguese. Answer with them that if you want to take a picture, take it slowly. His accomplice Trin Huan just bowed his head and didn't say a word. When getting in the car, she was sobbing and leaning on the shoulders of the king. Salary then. The king of salaries also spoke to Trin Huvan. It's as if I'm telling you something. There's not enough evidence. The police asked the court extension of the detention period and approved. Baby On's grandfather still can't believe that my daughter is callously involved in killing his own child. He was in great pain and announced in front of the crowd, I will cut off your father's relationship with Jung Hoon. During the press conference, when it comes to the cruelty of girls, Mr. Trin reached Min with his hands to wipe away tears. The loss of his grandson caused him great pain. That heartbreak. You can't forgive. For my own daughter. You said I'll never forgive the man who killed you. Hurt your own child. Now, only the law can punish it. I don't care anymore. The grandmother of the baby also said. Extra met you 2 months ago, when my daughter started dating King Jijwang. I didn't have sympathy for him. After the daughter took her granddaughter home with her, I was very worried that whether he treated his nephew well or not. 2 days before the incident, while I was sleeping, I dreamt of seeing my granddaughter, and I'm very worried. Then I asked my daughter to take you home. My daughter is always looking for excuses. I don't want my daughter to take care of her anymore, so I decided on July 6th to bring my granddaughter home, and not let my daughter take care of me anymore. The result was that day, my daughter called to tell me she was missing. She also expressed, I still trusted my daughter and blamed her. Why did you leave me alone like that? Queen Ho added, my daughter brought her grandson and boyfriend home twice, but every time I came back, I was in a hurry to get my clothes and leave. The last time I saw my niece, 2 weeks before the case. What happened? When the daughter took her granddaughter to visit her grandparents, I asked my niece, how many days have you missed your grandparents? She couldn't stop nodding back. But no one expected that. That was the last meeting. Every time I remember my loving and good deeds, my granddaughter while alive, Queen Ho's tears could not help but greet. Go back to that dream. She felt it was a tipping point. When her granddaughter appeared in a dream, her hair was messy and she didn't say a word. Cute little girl in pajamas. But her eyes are full of sadness. Like 1,000 things to say. The queen always has a hunch. My niece had an accident. I didn't expect the bad. It really happened to my niece. Her 3-year-old niece was murdered. Damage and burning are pathetic. The baby's uncle has a name. The king condemned the pair of killers. You've got a pair of vicious animals. You said the funeral would be my brother's. Her biological father decided. And absolutely do not let the wife's family interfere. I pointed out that, at first, his wife decided to keep him with her. My house does not object and approves, because she really needs you to take care of her. If we knew she can't take good care of her, we'll never agree to give her the baby. Nourish. According to information on the evening of Chron police report, she called a close friend. She works in a pharmacy called Miss A, and asked her about the lawyer's contact information. She often shares her story with it. But that night, she didn't. What's the news about the missing girl? For my best friend, just ask for the lawyer's contact information. She knows the information. Hu Van's daughter disappeared through the press. The next day, out a few months ago, the writer called her to ask about a wound medicine, drugs that can help reduce the burning sensation caused by the wound. After the news of baby On's death was transmitted by Lan, she also makes speculations. I suspect she was abused before she died. It's different from the outrage. It's a question of Chron Huan and the king. Another friend of Chron Huan is Mr. B, affirming Chron Hu Van, very loving girl, and will not be so cruel as to, you can hurt your own child. Mr. B said, he and his wife are close friends. They often take their daughters to their meetings. And always love. Proud of my daughter. Mr. B does not believe in literature. He may have been involved in the murder of his daughter, and there is a suspicion that there's something wrong with it. Mr. B expressed, the book has suffered too much. When I lost my daughter, and hope that people should not be in a hurry to judge, and she's a cruel mother. Mr. B also revealed the writing process. I used to use a small amount when I was young, but sigh after giving birth. That shows. She was determined to be a good mother. My father used to tell you now that when pregnant with a daughter, her marriage to her ex-husband, King Vinther, had a problem. After separation, she raised her daughter alone. To be a single mother, you don't just have to make money. You have to take care of your daughter. Life is extremely difficult. She always hoped the future husband will accept his daughter. But after dating the first boyfriend, I don't like that you have your own child, so they broke up. Then she met her current boyfriend. Mr. B for more. Vi and Vu have known each other for 9 months. King Qiliang also has a habit of using my too. She seems very afraid of her boyfriend. In front of boyfriend, she was grunting without saying much. It is known that the king was married and had 2 children, but his marriage lasted only a few years, and then it's over, according to the neighbors. King Zhijin's grandfather was a gentleman. He lives with his grandfather in an old house from a young age, but his grandfather moved 3 to 4 months ago because the house was leaking. After he graduated from primary school, he played and got married when he was very young, less than 20 years old. Many of the neighbors were invited to attend his wedding, even though they know the king is impulsive. But everyone found it hard to believe when I found out he killed someone and burned the body savagely with a little girl. 14 days after the case, the 19th of July 2007, King Jixiong has been charged with murder and possession of Thai's body. Virgin Hue literature. He was also charged with providing false information. AI and the AI2. Both are being held in prison and awaiting trial. To the 18th of February 2008, another shocking news has happened. That day when the CIA was patrolling the cells, they suddenly discovered the king has come to death by using a towel and strangled himself in his own cell. The prison administration said, a few days ago, they discovered the king. The conscience is intent on death, because they see, he cried many times and said, I am in debt. I don't want to live anymore, to stop his foolish actions. The authorities, the police immediately took him to his cell, in the center of the prison, so that he can be examined and medically treated by doctors. However, he took advantage of his carelessness when there was no AI on guard, and end his own life. The royal family, after receiving a police notice, he went to the hospital the next day to receive the body. This is also the first time his family has not appeared in public. They refused to be interviewed. With the departure of the king, all charges against him were dropped. The reason why the king killed Fat Brother, whether he had a plan before or not, the questions are still creeping. It's a mystery forever. Follow him to the grave. The 28th of November 2008 trial of Chron Hu Van. Charges of providing false information have been opened. After the trial begins, the defense attorney expects the court to consider that the man who committed the crime for the first time and ask for clemency with lighter penalties. Since the loss of his daughter, she's constantly condemned by society. Criticizing, even scolding, is idiosyncratic and under tremendous psychological pressure. The lawyer also said that they were forced to report falsely to the police. facing the pain of losing you. She's suffering from a profound impact, mentally speaking. That's why I was inspired by my boyfriend to make a mistake. After the inspection, the court has sentenced defendant Chron Van, convicted of providing false information, sentenced to 3 years of probation, and can bail out in the amount of 1,000 spirit inhalation, about 3 million at current exchange rate, the 22nd of June 2009 due to lack of evidence. The writing process was acquitted of possessing Thai's body. After 2 years of noise, the case finally came to an end. Even though time may keep the story open. But when considering the details of Hwang On's case, On was murdered unjustly. Many people are not out of question the true cause of her death. The mystery also becomes a mystery, forever buried by the king. In the morning, the 15th of April 2008, baby On's father is King Vinther, with relatives and teachers, go to Long Phoenix Temple on Parex Road to take out the lotus vase for the remains. Baby On's bad luck. They come to the beach, be a top nailed high, go out and drop the lotus into the sea, drifting by the water. I pray that she can rest in the world beyond. The children are the gods. When they come to their parents, it's all grace and a gift. Every parent loves their children, for the most part. But unfortunately, when to live a husband and wife to meet certain events, back in marriage, then children, they all suffer a little bit. And other psychological influences take another step for a man or a woman. Everything can be easy, but for the children, it's a profound change and adaptation. Who takes another step? I also want the enemy to be kind to his daughter. Like your son, our children live together in the same house. I can make it all clear. Everyone has their own pursuit of happiness. And for parents who are parents, after a 7-year marriage, finding an object to send back to life, and know how to love and understand your own child, it's a difficult problem. Video today ends here, and I'll see you guys later in the next videos. Hello.